you are nothing compared to yourself in 1 year only if you have that realization. In order to become successful, people usually say, motivation, I need to stay disciplined. I'm taking action every single day. Yes, I would say honestly that's a great way to succeed, but none of those things are going to work if you don't have true realization. You could be taking action for a week and then fall off because you trace back to the old habit you don't even know was there because you never realized it was killing you in the first place. It's literally like, I don't know if you guys have seen the video of the ant and the guy drawing a circle around him. The ant thinks that the circle is a wall and he can't escape. But in reality, if he just walks over the ink because it's on a piece of paper, he's able to escape. It's the same thing. If you're in a circle of taking action, staying motivated, being disciplined, eating clean, scaling your business, going to talk to that girl, whatever it may be, if you don't realize the old habits or the boundaries or the distractions that are keeping you from where you still are to going on the other side of the ink, you're not going to succeed as much as you want, and you're not going to see the results as much as you want. It's literally the game. I don't know what I just said. When I said it's literally the game, my mind was completely just going to whatever was on my mind. But what I'm trying to say is, if you have those distractions, if you have those friends that are not putting you where you want to be, if you're in this environment that is pulling you away from your potential, if you have certain habits, certain bad habits that you know you'll get addicted to if you start back up again, if you don't realize that those are the things that are killing your progress, that are not leading you to where you want to be, that are not leading you to becoming the best version of yourself, not scaling your business, not being able to stay consistent with that clean diet, you're not going to get anywhere because you don't realize who you could become in the next year. I don't even care. It doesn't even have to be a year. It could be a week. 1 week can change your life. It could be a couple months. Back then, a couple months ago, I thought I was doing everything right. I was eating clean. Thought I was eating clean a lot. I was going to the gym consistently. Thought I had good people around me. But in reality, all those good people were just pulling away from what I could really be doing. I wasn't realizing that the people I was hanging out with were just leading me to laziness, to not hard work, and to not doing what I really want to do and just following them. My diet, I thought I had everything right. I would constantly eat so much fruit. I still have dates here and there, but I would eat 15 to 20 dates at a time because I would binge, and I didn't know how to control myself. And I didn't realize that dates was what was killing my results. Also, binge eating fruit, eating too much beef, eating too much fat. I love butter. I kid you not, I would die. Okay, maybe not die, but I would inhale a block of butter if I could. But I realized that if I eat too much, it's going to kill me. Not literally, but it's going to kill my results. Same with my environment. I was inside constantly 24/7. I worked a 9 to 5. Not technically 9 to 5. But I worked inside under artificial lights for a fast food company, Chick-fil-A. I was in polyester uniform. I was barely moving. I was talking to people and I hated my job. I did not like it. But I had to make the money and I had to work until I realized what was killing my health, my journey to becoming the best version of myself, what I strive to be. Once I realized it was mainly the job that was killing my mental state, because every single day I would drive to work, I would hate it. I would try and think of something, or I would think of my future and what I wanted to do to be able to get out of that place. And eventually I put in my 2 weeks and they just let me go. And now I'm the happiest person ever because I do landscaping outside where I'm digging, I'm working out, I'm getting sun, I'm doing labor, and I'm still making money. But at the same time, I had to realize that it was my environment that was so important, that was keeping me from where I wanted to be. Yeah, I'm still working a job where I have to drive and work, but it's a way better environment because I work with my friend who owns the business. We're outside, super flexible, and not only that, but I feel way more energized when I get back home and I'll be able to work on my content, work on school, work on what I need to do to better myself. It's that simple. I didn't discipline myself to leave Chick-fil-A. I didn't motivate myself to eventually say no to working at that fast food place. No, I realized what was holding me back from where I could have been. This was me a couple months ago, and now I feel like I'm off the screen. I feel like I'm way more successful. I'm not trying to be cocky or arrogant. I am a normal teenage dude. I'm 17 years old, still in high school. I'm doing online school because I hated public school and I wanted to get out of it. I still am trying to make money. I'm trying to eat clean. Like, literally, I'm a normal person like you. People don't understand that you don't need to be special in order to succeed or in order to realize what you could be doing in life. Literally, every morning and night, I've been journaling. When I journal, I write what I realize is holding me back and what I realize I could be doing in terms of killing those old habits of what's holding me back and what's not leading me to where I want to be. I learn every day. It's not me being really, I don't have any status. I don't have wealth or anything. I'm a normal dude. Literally. I'm so much lower than where I want to be right now. And I'm so hungry for more, but if you don't realize your habits, your environment, your friends, or not even friends, the people you're around, your diet, your workplace, your mindset. Mindset is literally where realization comes from. If you don't take these things into account, you're not gonna get anywhere. You won't get as far as you want to get. You know, back when I was saying, I was working, eating, doing whatever, thought I was doing great. But in reality, I just realized that over time I needed to actually implement more things and take out more things to be able to get where I'm at right now. Now I'm nowhere where I want to be. I'm not a big influence. I don't have a lot of followers. I literally have no followers. And most of my followers are friends that already know me from school and stuff. But it's crazy because a lot of people don't realize that being a normal person versus where you could be is so easy to accomplish if you have, I'm gonna say 1,000, I'm gonna drill it in your brain. Realization. Sorry, I'm looking at a flashlight, so if my eyes are pointed down, I'm trying to look at you, but like me right now, I need to realize that you guys are above the flashlight and not at the flash, because I'm getting distracted by this light when in reality I could be looking up to you guys. It's that simple. Like, even small things. Genuinely. Not even big things. It's the small things that matter so much that are killing your results. That are not making you the best version of yourself. And if you want that, you have to put in inputs. Okay, that's another video. Inputs equals outputs. More inputs, the more focus you're on inputs, the more you're gonna gain from it. But until you can't put in inputs until you realize what you're doing. Yes, you could be putting inputs in that you already know, but if you don't realize what certain inputs are gonna make you way better than who you were yesterday, who you were a month ago, a month ago, a year ago, you're not gonna, it's so simple. It's so simple. It's so hard for me to try and get into your guys' to get in your mind, because I'm not in your mind. I'm in my own mind. People can't think for me. People aren't, they don't know my thoughts when my head hits the pillow. Only I do. yeah, my best friend, my parents, whoever's really close to me, they know how I think, they know what I do, they know how I act, but in reality, I know every single thought in my own head. And no one's gonna realize what I'm doing that's not making me successful. Maybe if I'm doing something outside and they're like, hey man, I really think you should be editing this way, or eating this way, or whatever, great. I love feedback. But when it's the mental thought of you needing to switch gears and go to where you once were a week ago, realizing that those quote unquote friends you're hanging out with every weekend are just wanting to have fun, to make you laugh, to do whatever, and that not building any real connection, you gotta let them go. Same with environment. If your environment's killing you, you gotta let it go. Find something else. Realize that what you're doing right now isn't as important or isn't as valuable as what you could be doing tomorrow. Every day I learn something new. Every day I learn from my mistakes. I'm not perfect at all. I'm not perfect at all. And I hate that. I hate how much I am realizing right now. Literally right now, I'm realizing what I could be doing better to better myself. It's so simple. Realize what you're doing to be able to succeed. You won't get anywhere. You are nothing compared to yourself yesterday and you are today. Only if you have that realization.